and we got a lot of good gravy. In fact, the Holy Father, Pope Francis, said
about what you might call the below-the-belt issues or gender politics. That's
obviously genuflect and kiss his booster shot to the church.
God, the existence of God. That's kind of pivotal, yeah.
Obviously genuflect and kiss his ring and embrace him and promise him your love and allegiance and loyalty and prayer.
I'm glad they do.
And it's an astounding moment. As simple and as humble and as sincere as he so radiantly is, his identity is new now, as Jesus did with the first pope, with Simon and Peter. That I found extraordinarily moving.
Here in church?
He immediately said to us, I choose the name Francis in honor of St. Francis. Now, I guess that's because of Assisi. Some thinking, knowing that he's a Jesuit, might have thought it was St. Francis Xavier.
God, the existence of God.
He quickly clarified that. It didn't surprise us because you've all done your homework already. You want a man with a sense of the Church Universal. You want a good communicator, and he fills those bills. Where he comes from is gravy. And we got a lot of good gravy with a man coming now from Latin America. You talk about a booster shot to the church in the Americas. This is going to be a real blessing. I'd like to say this, especially to the New York press. I told you so. So I never took that seriously. But so there's a sense of relief. Not that I ever thought about rumors that I would hear. There's a sense of relief on all of us and a sense of peace and serenity because, once again, Jesus is taking care of his church, and he's provided us with a new good shepherd. And that in itself is a sense of relief. In fact, the Holy Father, Pope Francis, said to us tonight, I'm going to sleep well, and something tells me you will too. And we will. We'll sleep well tonight, knowing that the church is in good hands. Some thinking, knowing that he's a Jesuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment in space-time you've all been waiting for. The intermission.
He's a great guy.
My best intention.
Thanks for coming. Well, so many.
I was wondering, what do you think this Pope will mean for the city's large gay Catholic population? They seem to embrace his remarks.
Oh, I think they embrace him, and I'm glad they do. I remembered the opening phrase of John Paul II when he said, "Open wide the doors to Christ." He said, "Open wide the doors to sexual orientation or their sexual identification." The other thing is, he says, we don't look at people first and foremost as their sexual orientation or their sexual identification. We look at them as a child of God, made in his image and likeness, redeemed by the precious blood. That's the glasses we use. Everything else is secondary. So I hope that hits home. Father?
I do. I mean, I think if the first and last thing that gay people hear from the Catholic Church is...
What would you say to gay people who came to St. Patrick's? I said, I love you. Come on in.
And we got a lot of good gravy with a man coming now.
About coming to fullness of life.
Here in church?
You dying and rising of Jesus.
That's kind of pivotal, yeah, about God, the existence of God.
You talk about a booster shot to the church in...
Those are the things I spend 99% of my time talking about. And when periodically you'll say something, that's when we...
Knowing that he's a Jesuit...
About what you might call the below-the-belt...
Good gravy. With
gender politics.
In fact, the Holy Father, Pope Francis, some thinking, knowing that he's a Jesuit... Of Assisi. I told you so.
Have a smoke in here. Let me light up your cigarette. So without further ado, ever been witness to a Jehovah live stream? I have. That's where I got COVID-19. In the beginning,